Krishane.
Hey.
Welcome to the Queenie Show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been wanting to get you on the show for time.
I reckon, because, how long was it? Since what, Drunken and Capable?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but you know what? The universe,
Actually was.
the universe answers in the right time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Obviously, everyone that watches my show, listens to the show will know I was obsessed with Found the Boy as well.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was such a tune.
Righteous.
Absolutely love that.
Appreciate that. I see the 11-11 as well.
Yeah, of course. Are you into that?
Well, because I've been seeing 11-11 a lot.
You've been seeing 11-11, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, that means you're on the right path.
Amen to
The
that.
angels are following you. That's what it means,
amen
right?
to that, yeah. High frequencies.
Love that.
Definitely.
Good. Some people look at it and they're like, so your date of birth? I'm like, I just can't be asked to get into it.
Nah, but yeah, once they understand, they'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But nah, yeah, Found a Boy, because it was one of those things where it's like the track is just being so received in like Africa.
Yeah.
And it's just been everyday constant radio support from Africa. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you say it's one of your favorites.
Mate, I'm telling you, the video is sick. Like, it's just one of them summer vibes, like, and it's so catchy.
Yeah.
So I love that song from you.
Nah, it's one of them ones where I think vocally it kind of helped show a different side to Krishane and a hint of what's more to come, that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, shooting it was fun for the most part.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, and big up to One Day Call for that. But yeah, so from there in the studio, continuing making more, I would say gravy, juice, kind of stuff like that, which I'm looking forward to let the world see very soon.
So obviously we're going to be playing the songs on the show. Rebel Yell.
Rebel Yell, so that's with DJ world-renowned DJ Klinkande. That was written by myself and produced with him, and I had the pleasure of working with him and stuff like that. And I mean, the reception of it has been really good.
Okay.
Like, so good. I mean, biggest record to date.
Love
so
that.
blessings to the universe for that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So definitely. Yeah.
And the other tracks, so
Roses featuring Barrington Levy.
Yeah.
So I was like, that one itself, I would say magic. I would say that one's magic. That's like a personal favorite of mine.
Okay.
Roses, and then Lock My Hips with Romanian artist Carmen.
Okay. How did you guys link up?
Carmen. Yeah, so basically that happened in this November last year, actually, when we initially had the introduction done. Her people from Romania reached out to me, and then they were saying that they liked my vibe and they wanted to work, and you know, they wanted to come over all the way from Romania. And that time I haven't been to Romania before, so I didn't even
cold.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't been
what I
there.
remember of Romania.
I mean, I've been there and experienced the cold side of it, and I was like, yeah, it's definitely cold. But like, when I found out like the people there involved and like how warm and welcoming they are, and when they came over, it was just all love. The creativity in the studio was really good. So it just happened that I was at home and they kind of brought up the whole idea of me doing a collab with Carmen, and Carmen as the artist there coming up. So it was just like, okay. And then I basically wrote the song in my bedroom, and then it was just like, the song just kind of got recorded, produced. Me and Carmen went in the studio, we worked on it together and finished recorded it, kind of guided her through the process, and then went in on tapping on the production. And then from there it was just like, okay, the label there just said, okay, this is the next single, and it was like, okay. And then before I knew it, it was just started blowing off in the entire Eastern Europe. And yeah, just found myself just traveling in and out of the country for a kind of constant of time.
Well, you can't complain about that.
No, I can't complain. I'm grateful. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful, and it's just like going where the music takes me.
Yeah, I love that.
Going where the music takes me. So yeah, man, and yeah, been like all those stuff that's out there now, and then plus new gravy, as I said, coming up.
So are you going to drop an EP or an album, or are you just throwing out the singles at the moment? What's going on?
If I say, would I be giving away too much?
You won't be giving away too much.
Yeah.
It's the Queen E show. You got to give me
Queen E show.
Give me something.
You know what I mean, well, this I can say. I mean, I do still want to retain a few things, but this I can say is, it's not an EP, but it's an album. I think for me, coming out with a whole body of work to kind of solidify who Krishane, the whole spectrum of Krishane,
yeah.
you know, what Krishane has to offer properly, not just like a one single and then it's like, alright, cool, yeah, love that, and it's like next single and it's like, okay, I was like, you know what, one whole body of work,
good.
Bam!
That's what I like to hear.
You know what I mean? And I think for the time, I kind of took some time out to just work on that and get that out the way, so now it's finished. I can happily say that, yeah, my album's finished. It's like, cool, ready to get things in place, and then once I've found a launch date, proper setup for it, then I'm like, cool, it'll be announced.
Wicked.
Like that. So yeah, and then it's gonna be an array of different things on it.
Nice.
You know what I mean, in the middle of working on my book as well.
Oh,
I'm writing a
okay.
book, yeah.
What are you writing a book about? Your life, or?
Somewhat, yeah. I mean, it's a representation of what I've went through, but I said, you know what? I think it's important that each individual reading it can relate to it in their own way.
Okay.
And I feel like that is the most important factor from it. Yeah, obviously for me, I said I want to highlight things about, like, a lot of things that I experienced, both the highs and the lows. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people don't really get to see the full side of Krishane, like the good, the bad, the, you know what I mean, the strength, the weakness, and the stuff, you know what I mean, the growing periods, like, you know what I mean. So I think it was important for me. And the funny thing is, I don't even like reading most of the case, but I think I found inspiration to write.
Okay.
And I felt like that time it made sense to me, and I was like, okay, I found a different side to me, you know what I mean.
Good.
So yeah.
When's that coming out?
I haven't had a fixed date for the book yet because it's a lot of writing. Yeah, a lot of writing, and I've gone in so much in the whole journey of it. It's like, okay, it can be an ongoing thing, but I know there's gonna be a cutoff point where I can say, yeah, this is the body of work, and then, yeah, but I haven't had the official date for it yet.
Do you reckon it will be this year, or do you think next year probably?
I would likely could say 50-50, but I'm trying to aim it for this year.
Okay.
You know, at first I said I wanted it to be finished at the end of May, but I was like, I'm not so sure.
Cutting yourself a bit short on time there.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, let me just push as much as I can get into it, because I want to make sure it's a full body of work, because there's a lot of things that people will be surprised to know and find out, like, and realize and kind of pick up on that they wouldn't really get from me, like where they see Krishane, like, oh, Krishane, or this whole depiction of Krishane, the brand, who's the person behind Krishane, you know what I mean? And those are two separate lives for me, like Krishane the artist and Krishane when I'm at home, kind of thing. So yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to reading that for sure.
Yep, and it's gonna be a handful of reading. Good journey, a lot of interesting things, but a good handful.
A good handful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take it back for people listening and watching, right? How old were you when you started thinking that music was what you wanted to do?
Good question. I'm very glad you asked that one, because at first I used to always say age 6, because that's when I really started understanding that, yeah, music is what I wanted to do. But I mean, as far as I can remember, like, when I realized fully that, yeah, I want to do this, like, music is what I find myself automatically ditching classes to go to music school. Music classes and stuff was around 11 properly.
Okay.
But writing was from age 6.
Wow.
When I started writing. It's funny because I mean, my rhyming schemes them days was like, I think it was all like, it was the bomb, but then now I'm looking at it, laughing at myself, innit?
Well, yeah, you were 6. Come on, give yourself a break.
Yeah, rhyming road with toad. You know what I mean? But it's just one of them things I just look at it as just like humble beginnings. But yeah, age 11, started like really wanted to do it, and then from there, I just started going up. I was in a boy band in high school, traveling around singing. Yeah, all them things there. Just literally from there, and then.
Who did you grow up listening to in terms of music?
Yeah, so I'm from the countryside, and with that, most people would think that as a Jamaican, you predominantly listen to dancehall. I'm like, okay, yeah, because dancehall is a thing of for Jamaican culture. But growing up, I listened to Garnet Silk, Gregory Isaac, Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Definitely, my dad listened to people like Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston is one of my biggest song listeners. Celine Dion, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
It's a whole different host
Loads
of things.
of different genres.
Yeah.
Then you were really.
But
into
I realized like I was very into those soulful, broad spectrum of singing, like in capabilities, and I think from there it was just that kind of got me very intrigued about the international reach of music, and I said to myself like I want to represent Jamaica. I want to be one of the to represent Jamaica in a different light, show the potential of Jamaican talent, and represent in a different light. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a whole different spectrum of inspiration, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So obviously you've worked with quite a lot of different artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you could do a dream collaboration with someone who is dead or alive, from anywhere in the world,
Dead or alive.
Who would it be?
You know who that one's gonna be.
Go on here.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Yes, come on.
Alive, definitely Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, oh, good pick. No one's picked Pharrell yet, which is weird to me.
I've always said it. Like I'm still putting it out there in the universe. It will catch on. Pharrell Williams, definitely.
Well, let's make this one of the clips. Come on, Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell, if you're watching, yes, please, let's make it happen. Yeah, man, come on, you get some of the gravy, you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
get that
Cheers.
gravy.
Yeah.
What would you be doing if it wasn't for music? Do you know?
Oh, this is the second time someone asked me that.
It's a horrible question, isn't it? When you're focused on music, like
don't ask me that. But I was doing because I was doing architecture.
Okay.
I was studying architecture, and I don't know. I never really imagined myself. I don't know if it's me just being stubborn, or it's just how I just see it. It's just like I never. Obviously, I could say I would have to fall back on architecture if I wasn't doing music, or if that's the case. But that's not the case because I decided not to go to uni just to make sure I can put myself in a position to where I can do my music because I love my music and I enjoy doing it. I don't have to think about doing it.
Yeah.
It just happens. But yeah, it would be architecture or some sort of entrepreneuring venture because I've always been fascinated with that aspect of business and growth as well. You know what I mean? In the same time, whilst I'm doing music, I'm still venturing into entrepreneuring stuff. You know what I mean?
It's always good to have your fingers in lots of pies, you know.
I've learned that from my dad, especially because he taught me how to only like capitalize and make. So it's like you're making dough in your sleep. So I kind of use that analogy, but in the sense of like reaching out my capabilities, my creative capabilities. You know what I mean? Like
good for you.
Like especially with this new brand that I'm working on, for example, called Creaky Fashion.
Okay.
That's one of the.
What's the top you're wearing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you need to hook a girl up.
Yeah. We can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So me and my bro, we've working on it for like 2 years.
You're doing it together, yeah?
Yeah.
Exciting. Okay.
So we're working on it for 2 years, and I think that's one of the things. And then it's exciting when you're merging fashion with tech. So that's the whole analogy of it. And this one, Royalty, which is basically Krishane's brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
I do like the shiny.
Yeah.
I love a bit of shine, you know?
A bit of
glitter.
It's a representation of my soul, you know? Sparkle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so those things and other things that like exploring, but at the same time, it's just mainly music. You know what I mean? Because I said, you know, that's it's like my second nature thing. So, yeah.
I hear that.
But yeah.
So, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Nowhere is better than Yard for me.
Yeah.
Jamaica. But I always said I would love to live, have a home in Australia.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but somewhere like New Zealand as well.
Yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful in New Zealand.
Yeah.
The flight time is too much for me.
Well, yeah, that's the only problem. I feel like for me, it's just I think the journey is all adds to it for me, you know what I mean? But yeah, Australia or New Zealand, one of those two.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Good picks.
Yeah.
So obviously we run this Young UK Rapper of the Year competition on the show, right? We've been doing it for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of young talented people that listen and watch the show, what advice can you give to them in making it with music?
Well, put it this way. I think the most important thing for me, or as a person, I'm speaking from my outlook on it, that I'd want to give to them is like, genuinely love what you're doing. Like genuinely love, because also if you understand like that the creative side of music is all pure and heart, but then you have the business side of it where if you're not knowledgeable about it, it can get very,
oh god, yeah, for real.
yeah, you know what I mean. So the main thing is always ensure you stay true to it, to the music, like the music itself, because business will always, the business side of music will always be there, you know what I mean. At the same time, ensure that you surround yourself with like-minded people. You know what I mean. That's very important, because whilst you're on that journey, you want to make sure that everyone on your team is on the same, you know what I mean. No one deviating with one thing or the next person. So yeah, the main thing, genuinely love what you do, and once you genuinely love what you do, you realize you exert a lot of time into it, and then you find that it doesn't become stress, or you're not forcing it, you know what I mean. If you don't genuinely love it, don't just do it because you're trying to, let me just try a thing kind of thing, you know what I mean. Because with music, if you're not true to it, it won't look after you. You have to genuinely show love to it.
It's really good advice, Krishane.
You have to genuinely show love. It will look after you when you know you're genuine to it.
You
know what I mean, and real. So yeah, that's the best advice, and have fun with it, because it's creativity at the end of the day.
For sure.
You know, so yeah.
Right, we're going to take it to the quick fire round, right? So I do this with everyone that comes on the show. It's real simple, it's just one thing or the other. Okay?
Okay, alright.
You're like, what? Tea or coffee?
Tea.
How many sugars do you have in your tea?
I don't have any sugars.
Yes! Give me a touch for that, man.
I was like,
no sugar, you know.
Healthy lifestyle.
That's how I need to get to. I'm still a little bit on the sugar. Like,
yeah?
I can't help it,
What about
got a
honey?
sweet tooth.
How about honey?
I love a bit of honey as well.
Yeah. Substitute with honey instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nike or Adidas? I knew I'd get you on one of them.
You know what? Adidas. No disrespect to Nike, big up Nike, but Adidas.
Yeah.
Just because they're very flamboyant, vibrant with their the colouring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And style.
For sure.
Yeah.
Since the Yeezys have come as well, I'm kind of switching more to Adidas. But, yeah. Instagram or Twitter? I love how you look to your friend like.
Instagram.
Yeah, obviously Twitter's dead now. Dying out. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
People go to Twitter to. We didn't come today. At DVD Mostly, we didn't come today. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing really that exciting going on over there.
Yeah. So it's definitely Instagram. Yeah.
Would you rather rock a suit or a tracksuit?
Tracksuit, definitely.
Yeah, all day.
Suit make me feel too chubby in a suit.
Chubby?
Yeah.
You're not chubby.
No, I feel
you
chubby.
Feel chubby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But tracksuit all day.
Okay, tracksuit. Amy Winehouse or Adele?
Oh my god. Hello from the other side. Adele, pick up yourself, yeah? Pick up yourself.
Dogs or cats?
Definitely dogs.
Yeah,
dogs
you got dogs?
Dogs. I have them in Jamaica, not here.
Okay.
I love dogs.
Yeah, I love dogs too.
I just love them, especially little puppies. Them.
Yeah.
And when you just look at them, you're like, you're gonna be a good baby when you grow up. So yeah.
How many dogs do you have in Jamaica?
Two.
Two.
One is like a 4-breed mix.
Okay.
And one is like a mongrel.
Aww.
I don't know if you know what a mongrel in Jamaica. Like it's like a common dog. That's what they call
I've seen you.
Yeah, but it's my little mongrel, and the other one is a German Shepherd with a Rottweiler mixed with these two other ones. I don't know. I have to look back on his birth certificate.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it must look quite mad. A Rottweiler and an Alsatian?
No, Rottweiler.
Yeah.
The German Shepherd.
German Shepherd, which is an Alsatian.
And there's another one, two more mix in there, but it's on it.
Is he hench?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on his birth certificate, so I'll have to look back on it because it's some weird words.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
You have to send me a picture because I love dogs.
Yeah.
I want to see. That
Sweet,
concoction
sweet.
sounds mad. Fast food or clean food?
Clean food all day, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as a Jamaican, we cook up in the kitchen, you know what I mean? You have to make sure. Yeah, the fast food is alright when it's for convenience, but after a while I get too, Ugh.
I ain't got time for that poison. Sorry. Yeah.
If you fill you up too much, it affects you badly. So
Yeah.
Soul food.
Jay-Z or Kanye?
Alright. I'm gonna say Kanye. Why?
Yeah.
Because there's a method to his madness, you know.
Yeah.
There's a method to his madness, and besides when him head ready for take him, he's very creative. Like
He is,
when he's ready to get down, it's like no deny. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I would agree with you there. Would you rather drive or be driven?
I don't know why, but I love the pimp life to be driven.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
Like
I
that
drive, after 2
You know.
hours, I start fall asleep around this. Yeah, I don't know.
What, when you're driving?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say this, but kids don't do any of this. But when I was when I was driving, there's 2 occasions where I almost ran up into a light post.
Oh
Because I was
wow.
falling asleep, but I can't stay around the steering too long.
Okay, note to self: never get in the car with Krishane.
Nah, I mean, if I'm gonna be driven, then that's fine. But yeah, you know what I mean. I prefer to be driven, unless I'm on Red Bull. Then I have
Then
to
you're cool.
spike myself up. Yeah, but yeah.
I love that. We get a bit conspiracy theory here, so I'm gonna ask you: is the Earth round or flat?
You know, I was watching a thing like that on YouTube 2 days ago.
Okay.
I would say the Earth is fair. Yeah, it's fair.
Oh, we do love having people on that have that open mind, you know, because people come on and they go round, and I'm like,
So what you say is flat?
100%. Not flat, but I think it's like a firmament.
Okay.
Like, I think it's a bit more like a sphere.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't know. I feel like I think what's the misconception is the atmosphere. I feel like the atmosphere acts like this magnifying glass, so it makes it like look like it's round, but it's not. I think it's more like sphere. So yeah.
I've never believed that we're moving thousands of miles an hour. I've just never believed it since like a kid. I just don't believe it.
I mean, well, yes.
Because have you ever felt like the Earth just be like, oh, hang on a sec. Do you know what I mean?
think it's
like,
because of how big the Earth is. Whereas they're saying like, say it was the size of New York.
Yeah.
And you're on it, then you'd feel it moving.
No, I hear
at a
that,
certain
but say
speed.
when you take off in a plane, right? If we're moving all these thousands of miles, it would be a bit more crazy than how it feels. I just think that way. I don't know. I think sometimes we're told things and it's lies, and we just believe
A
it.
lot of things, yeah. I mean, the best thing you can do is always put things into perspective and find out, research, try find a sort of common. I wouldn't say like a bigger knowledge on things, because there's a lot of things that's fed to us and then we just believe because it's an official just said it. And,
Exactly.
And we all have free will and common sense, and we all have an individual mind. So
Yeah, agree.
yeah, you're right. You definitely have to tackle it and
Don't
see.
believe everything you're told.
Yeah,
That's what I always say.
Don't believe everything you're told.
So iPhone or Samsung?
Samsung, you know.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm so loyal. I'm such a loyal person.
You've just stuck with the Samsung?
Yeah, I mean, last year I was planning that I wasn't going to be with Samsung. I was going to go with HTC.
Okay.
But Samsung, yet again, just
They got
won
you.
my heart. They just, I said, why do you keep doing that? Come on, man, I need to... But yeah, Samsung. But I probably might change this year.
What, iPhone?
No,
Oh,
no,
man.
no.
Come to the dark side, Krishane.
Dark side? I'm not really an iPhone person. I've never really... I don't know.
Do you not find it easier, like, because obviously iMac, a lot of like artists and, you know, producers and stuff like that, they use iMac, so it's just so
They
easy,
use
like
Apple
everything
stuff.
syncs up
My dad
together.
said that to me about, you need to use Apple because they support music. I'm like, mate, right now, I mean, I have a laptop, it's Apple. That's enough, isn't it? That's enough. So I feel
Fair
like that's
enough. Rihanna or Beyonce?
Rihanna,
Yeah.
big up yourself, Riri.
Of course, all day.
I know, blessings to Beyonce, but Riri, that's my gal.
Yeah, I hear you. Are aliens real, yes or no?
Aliens are real, you know,
Yes.
because we ourselves are aliens to other extraterrestrial bodies out there. So definitely say aliens are
I
real.
like that. I like your answers a lot. Obviously, I've just asked you about Mac. So PC or a Mac?
You know what? I want to go back to PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babe, I wouldn't even know how to use a PC these days.
I know.
Like, you go back to IT in school and it's like, I really wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's just one of them. But I long for it. I long to go back to that whole. I mean, sitting on that and just be like, yeah, you know what I mean. That's the one.
Gold or silver?
Silver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We like our silver. Like normally people come on and they go gold, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a rare soul at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think white gold obviously is nice.
Yeah, but then over time it just start changing color.
Yeah.
If you don't look after it, it's just start changing color. But I think silver, on a whole, I always thought silver is.
It pops.
Yeah, and it kind of relates to the water because I love water in it. So it's like, yeah, I just always bring it back to that rareness
I love that.
of it. Yeah.
Literally, you're tallying like probably the only person that's ever said silver. So
Oh,
thanks
real?
for that.
I feel
It's
special.
been 4 years of gold, and I sit here going,
I feel expensive. I feel expensive.
hey. Would you rather call or text someone?
I'd rather call.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, I'm very inconsistent when it comes to communicating.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Because I'm not perfect. I'm working on it. But if I'd rather call to just save the whole effort of moving my
Gets
thoughts.
it out of the way. No one can take anything wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Text
And I feel like
anything
it's
wrong.
more personal.
Yeah, direct.
Yeah.
Are you a saver or a spender? You're laughing. So I think I know what you're going to say. Spend that cash?
3 years ago, I was a very bad spender.
Okay.
Now I'm in. I'm in between.
In between.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm saving now. You know, I'm saving now.
Good.
But it doesn't mean that I won't spend. So I can't really answer that directly. It's in between.
In
to be
between.
honest.
And the last two, so love or money?
Love.
Yes.
Money can't buy no love.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So definitely love.
I like that.
That's
And
how I was raised. So
yeah.
I
People
really
do come on and say money, and I think, you're not going to get too far with that, you know?
I think it probably depends on what current mindset they're in, because over time that will change
Yeah.
for them. So, you know what I mean?
But as well, when I say love, it doesn't have to be like relationship love necessarily. It can
No,
be
yeah,
like
it's
love with
good.
family, friends.
Universal
you know what I mean?
love.
Yeah,
Universal
any
love.
kind of
But
love.
just that love where you can resonate to people, not in the sense of like people see and just be like, something about you, son. I'm like, it's love. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely love.
I love that. And the last one, fame or happiness?
Happiness, because
Yes.
you can. The thing is, happiness, in a way, I feel like a lot of people want. Okay, how do I break it down? Like fame in itself, like people think fame is gonna bring happiness in that sense to some people, but I feel like for me, if I'm happy, especially doing what I'm doing, then the fame's come automatically.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
Krishane, thank you so much for coming on the Queen E Show,
It's a
man.
blessing to have me, and it's a blessing to be here. It's an honor to be here, Miss Queen E. You
Thank
don't
you,
know.
darling.
Queen,
Thank you very much.
Queen Everlasting. That's what it
Hey, Queen Everlasting, we like that.
Yeah.
You have enough followers already, but can you plug your social to the camera so people can go follow you right now?
Yeah, it's your boy Krishane. So it's Krishane. As a matter of fact, see here. I can stand up good for now. So as you can see, Krishane right there. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. They said Twitter is dead.
We said Twitter's dead, but still go follow him on
Yeah,
Twitter.
still Twitter. You know what I mean? Get add me on YouTube. You know, Krishane official. You know what I mean? Shazam, Krishane. The whole works. Krishane. Don't know.